Okay, so with this video we're going to show how to set up our page, right? Not all teachers would do the page setup this way, but for me I find it's easiest for our students to um, draw and organize their drawings on one particular um, drawing space, right? And using it this way, it will also be easy for us to print, right? So first thing first, we're going to go onto the border layer, and then we need to get the measurements. So we are drawing right now in millimeters, right? So any measurements that we're entering on the system here right now, we would have to make sure that it's in millimeters. So 11 by 17 is inches, and we need to convert that to um, millimeters. So we go for our calculator, right? And we are on the converter right now. So let's convert 11 to millimeters. So that's 431.8. So let's take a quick note of that. Let's go to the text really quick. So it's 451.8 millimeters, and then our width is going to be 11, so that's 279.4 millimeters. 279.4, 279.4, right? So we have this. So now we go back to the border layer, and we want to do something that's a bit unique. So we're going to start off with this line for the polyline, right? Now the polyline basically allows us to draw multiple line segments, and it's one object at the end of the day, right? So using this polyline, it will allow me to do something that I would like to do. It will make my drawing much easier, and you would see it in time to come. So our first length is going to be 421.8 millimeters, sorry. So we're going to type 421.8, and our width or height is going to be 279.4. Right, so we could go again 421.8, and then 279.4. Right, and there we have it, our first border, right? And as you see, if we click one end of the line, the entire thing is selected, right? And this is done for this purpose so that we could offset, and we want to offset it to 10 millimeters, right? We click, and we click at the outside, right? Now I'm going to change this outer border, and I'm just going to put it as object line 2, right? Now I'm going to go to the title block layer, and I'm going to measure up, draw a line 10 millimeters from the edge of the inner border, and I'm going to go all the way across to here, right? Because it's two different colors, we see it, so I just delete this, right? So now we go to the text layer, and I'm going to do text, right? I like to see the caps lock on, so I'm going to start with name, and we put these double dots. Remember, you could make your field as wide as possible by just holding and dragging this arrow, and I'm going to put my name. Nice. So what I usually like to do, I like to keep my entire text on one particular level. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just select it. I'm going to copy and paste a few of these where I know I'm going to need a text field. So I'll need one for date, one for topic, one for scale, and one for mark. Right, and then I'm going to go in individually and edit these. Right. So you can put whatever date you want. Right. This is going to be topic. Leave that blank for now. This is going to be scale. This is going to be mark. Okay, so we don't need much room for the mark and for the scale either. So we could actually move it around a bit. And topic, we need a lot of space for topic, right? Next. So next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the title block layer, and I'm just going to draw some lines, any distance, coming down here, just to break up the different sections, right? And we'll trim that after. So now we use the trim tool. Let me select everything at the bottom here, and what I do, I come and I select everything here, and I come and I select everything here. Nice. Then I would like all my lines and my borders to stay as one object. So what I'll do, I'll highlight all my lines individually, not the text, because I would like to change the text in time to come, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the home tab and go all the way down to group and select group, right? So anytime I click any part of this line, the entire thing is going to move together, all right? So I always have access to this, right? So that is it. This is basically how we set up our border. Also quickly, let me add for our projection symbol, right? So this one that we have here, it's a little too big for our drawing right now. So what I'm going to do, right now it's grouped as one object. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight everything, and I could either ungroup or use this function, this option called explode, and you modify. Where is it? You can see it, right? Explode. And what it would do, it would make each individual object a single entity. Sometimes we need to highlight and do it a few times, or we could try the ungroup as well, right? Because it will always work as it should, right? Nice. So it's individual. And I'm going to take off the measurements here. Alright, I'm going to delete these measurements because it's not really needed. Oh, I want everything gone. Even the dimension lines, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to scale it. I'm going to select a base point because that's what they're asking me to do, and I'm going to use a scale factor of 0.5 because I want it half the size, right? Now this could work for me, right? So before I move it, let me just